What's good, everybody? Shane here. Thank you for taking some time to watch this training video series. Knowledge is what helps with confidence. And when we have confidence that we can do something, we are more likely to act on it. So this video series is ultimately to boost your guys' level of knowledge, general life and emotional skills to help us all become better people. So I hope that through this video series, you really remember that there's no theoretical knowledge to be gained from a video that could ever replace the power of hands-on experience. So despite all the stuff I'm going to try to teach you, nothing is better than just going and failing forward. Now, hopefully this knowledge will help you be wise so that you can learn from my mistakes and not just smart, learn from your own mistakes, but nothing replaces experience. So be willing to get out there and fail. And also remember the most important part of coachability, which we all believe we're pretty coachable, but it's not just being open to learning, it's the application of the learning. So unfortunately, most people will watch these videos and filter out things they don't find pleasing or things they don't agree with. Some might not take notes, and some that do might not ever review or act on them. But the few people that do will see major growth in their personal and professional lives. Everybody always talks about reaching their goals and being financially and successful and fit and having a great personal life and family life. But few people ever really act on it. It's so ironic because the knowledge is out there. I mean, people literally write books on how to be successful. It's not a secret. People just don't do it. There's many incredible things about being a mentor to people. And there's also a few very frustrating things. And one of the most frustrating things is people coming and saying that they want something so bad and they have a strong why to accomplish something. And then the tasks are laid out in front of them and nothing happens. So don't let that be you. I know that you who are watching this video, the people in our group are actors, not just thinkers, they're doers. And it's so important that we act on what is discussed in these trainings and all the other trainings that we have. And also remember that the best way to digest these lessons beside action is to teach it to others. So pay it forward, because we all have the gift to lift people up, both through our unconditional love and the knowledge that we gain. We can be a blessing on this world. So our true value is shown through the service that we provide others. And all the technical knowledge in these videos won't make a difference if we don't choose to come from love in all that we do, because attitude isn't everything. It really is the only thing. So I have a few tips on how to get the most out of this video series, because have you ever been reading a book or in class and you're paying attention, but then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, you realize you don't remember anything you just read on the previous page or anything the professor said for the past 10 minutes? It's because sometimes we're physically in a place, but not necessarily mentally dialed in. So just because you're physically watching these videos does not guarantee that you're going to absorb their content. Do you like wasting time? I don't like wasting time, and I'm assuming that you're here to better yourself, so you might as well truly be here mentally as well. Otherwise, you're just wasting your own time. So to get the most out of these videos, first and foremost, have something to take some notes, whether it be paper or something digital. You don't need to write everything down, but be intentional about some note taking. If nothing else, just to stay present. It'll help you remember more of what we discuss. You also need to make sure to eliminate outside distractions. No need to watch these videos in a busy mall. So if find yourself a quiet and comfortable place to sit or stand, and turn off your phone or at least put it on silent for the time that you're doing it. This is just a good habit to get into in general when you're in a learning mode, because ultimately the distractions will take away from our mental focus and our mental presence. Once you're in a quiet place, it's also important to ground yourself and let the rest of the world kind of dissipate, because a lot of times we're not totally mentally present because there's just a lot going on up here. A lot of the times our mental noise makes more noise than a jackhammer. So take 6 conscious deep breaths before watching the videos and just let your mind relax into the moment so that you can really absorb the lessons in these parts. Fourth way to get the most out of these videos is try to come in with a learner mentality. Socrates, one of the wisest men who ever lived, once said, "All I know is that I know nothing." So true masters understand that they're perpetual students. The worst thing you could do is come in with a preconceived notion that you know everything. So it doesn't mean that you're an idiot. Just realize that you need to be open to new knowledge. I know this already is just your ego beginning to limit you. As the saying goes, when we're green, we're growing. It's a tomato. When the tomato's green, it's growing. But as soon as it's red, it's all going downhill. So we need to bring our egos down from this whole I've made it or I already know this part, because we don't know everything. Even if you've been here for 5, 6, 7 years, there might be something you can glean from these videos. Just because you're going to be a sponge regarding the information in these videos doesn't mean that you need to overwhelm yourself with too many things to do. As you're learning, it's very important at the end of each video to highlight your action item or highlight your main takeaway. Because if you try to do everything, you end up doing nothing. So we need to make sure to simplify the lessons in these videos. Because ultimately, as I said before, the most important thing we can do with these videos is apply it.